Hi, and thanks for watching another instructional video for CSCI 1300. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to have function calls with objects that interact with each other. So say we have two objects and we want to modify those objects based on the contents of both of those objects. Well, we can do that by accessing each through the balance variables or the functions that are related to the balance variable. So we have an account1 and an account2. And if I go ahead and just run the code as it is, we're going to look at what we've got so far. Our account1 after a deposit and an interest is at a value of 505. And our account2 after a deposit and interest is at 825. So say we wanted to reduce, say, account2 by the amount in account1. So we would take this amount, 825, and reduce it by the other amount, which would be 505. So how do we do that? Well, let's create a new variable called, let's call it the withdraw from account1. And we're going to say that this double will equal a call to account1 dot get balance. So we're going to grab whatever is in the account at that particular moment. And what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, let us now pass this into account2. So we can say account2 dot deposit will be the withdraw from account1. And after we do this, we should probably go through account1 and withdraw from account1. So we're basically going to, this is going to give us, this variable gives the current balance in account1. The next variable here we're going to use is going to deposit the current balance of account1 into account2. So we're adding to account2. And the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to reduce the amount in account1 to denote that we moved that money to another account. So if we then did a cout statement for each one of these, balance of account1, and we'll do account1 dot get balance, and we'll do the same thing here but for account2 after we perform the operation. Okay, and we will say here that instead of account1 we're going to say account2. We're going to change the variable name and grab the balance for the other private variable. And now let's go ahead and print what we've got. So we've got our operations set. We're going to withdraw from account1 to get its current balance. We're going to deposit that into account2. And then we're going to reduce the account1 by the amount we wanted to withdraw. And we can see here that we go through here and we set this account1 to 0, and account2 has become 1330. So let's talk about how we could do this if we wanted to directly from one account to the other. So instead of doing it in these series of steps, we could actually do this in a slightly different way. So what we could do is we could say that account2 dot deposit, and what we're going to do is we're going to say account1 dot get balance. So notice that we're accessing account1 through a function call, and we're passing in that into account2 dot deposit. The reason why is because account1 dot get balance returns a double, and the deposit function, right, it requires a double as its data type here. So what we can do is we can actually call the getBalance function, and whatever balance is returned, we're actually going to pass into the deposit for the other function. So we're basically accessing one directly and then storing that information into the second. And of course, we're going to have to, I'm going to show you what happens if we don't update so if we don't update account 1 after transfer of funds, notice what happens. So say we go through here and we print again, we're still going to have that value of 505, but notice that account 2 is still at 1330. So if we want to reduce that, we're going to have to do that here as a secondary step. And we can do this, say, withdraw, and we'll withdraw whatever we want from that, which would be we're going to withdraw the account 1 dot get balance. So notice that we're literally reducing account 1 by the amount that is currently within account 1 by passing in the function that gives us the amount that's currently in the account. So if we do, so see out, after updating account 1 balance, well, now what we want to do is we actually want to print what we have here after we do that. So let's do this one more time to look at how this operation occurs. So we can see here that the balance of account 1 gets set to 0, and the balance of account 2 is 1330. So we've correctly done what we needed to do here, and we are getting back what we need to. So that's all that I've got for right now on calling functions that relate to different objects. Thanks for watching, and happy coding!